My juicer is finally here and I'm excited to get it open. My previous juicer was damaged beyond repair, so I had to get rid of it. And to be honest with you, I hated it. I had the Breville juicer and I think it was from 2008, 19 maybe, and I didn't like it. It was a bear to clean. It was so bulky and just was not a pleasant thing to use. So when it got damaged, I honestly didn't even miss it. But lately, I have wanted to get back into juicing. It's a good way to get vitamins, minerals, not so much fiber because you're kind of removing the fiber from the vegetables. But I saw the Nutribullet juicer and thought, hey, why not give it a try? I saw a couple of reviews. It seemed like, it was pretty reliable. But most of all, it seemed like the cleanup was a lot simpler than the Breville cleanup. And I just didn't like that cleanup at all. So let's do a quick unboxing. So I'm going to get these pieces all cleaned up and I'll get right back to you. So that's a pretty simple, straightforward setup. Here, pulp there. So let's get some veggies. And just going to cut my fruit up. I do like the fact that it has a reverse because that way if things get kind of choked up, you can push it back out the way it came. So you're on, off, and reverse. I do like that about it thus far. So enough talking, let's do some juicing. Veggies first. Let's turn it on. On. I was just trying to help it get out. The reason why I wanted to do it first, because I wanted to save this pulp because I'm making soup later on this week, and I wanted to be able to use this pulp in my the broth for my soup. Now already I like this machine better than the Breville because look how dry this is. I mean, all of the juice is out of this thing. With my Breville, when I would touch the pulp, I could still squeeze juice out of the pulp. I'm not squeezing any juice out of this pulp. This pulp is super dry. So let's release the juice. So now we're going to do the apples. And I guess I'll have to put this lid up here. There we go. So time for the apples. Oh, so I guess this has to be closed for this to work. So I'm going to need to put these apples into smaller pieces. Okay, now these apples are in smaller pieces. Yep. So I guess it automatically shuts off if that's open. And I like how some of the foam gets caught up in there so I don't have a whole bunch of foam in my drink. I do like that. It still lets some foam in there, but not as much as the Breville. The Breville would be like probably that much foam by now. Okay, so let's stir this up. Freshly pressed, slow pressed carrot, celery, and apple juice. So let's see how you like it.
Try it. Cheers.
Technically, I was first try it, but
okay. Very tasty. Taste the celery, taste the apple, and
taste
carrots.
the carrot. Yeah, the apple gives it a little bit of sweetness.
It's very good. And healthy.
I like it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for being my taste tester. I'm glad you approve. Now we can get our veggies, fruits and veggies in. Let's see about cleanup. Okay, time for the cleanup. This is easy peasy. Just toss it out. So you can see right there, can you? There is some pulp jammed up in there and I got to get that out. Let's see, I'm just going to, so I can zhuzh my finger in there and get it out. Water. I don't think this will fit in there, which it does not. But I think that's what this little pointy end right here is for. Yep, that's exactly what it's for, to zhuzh in there and get that pulp out. That wasn't too bad. I thought that was going to be more of a chore, but it wasn't bad at all. Now, with my Breville, this was the tough part, the little straining filter. Let's see how this goes. So overall, I would give it a 10 out of 10 cleanup. That was so much easier compared to the Breville machine. I did have to get in there with that brush and give it a good scrub, but it was pretty easy and there were no sharp pieces that would catch onto the scrub brush or for your fingers to nick. Nothing in there is sharp or pointy or jagged, so I felt, not as precarious cleaning it up. And getting the little pulp out of the strainer wasn't hard at all. I think that took me less than 5 minutes to clean it all up and get it over there on the drying rack. So 10 out of 10 for cleanup. So would definitely recommend the Ninja Nutribullet Slow Masticating Juicer.